moms and dads. Nice to have you here. Hope you're all doing great. Talking today about living with teenagers. I had the pleasure of reconnecting with a high school friend, Jen, and she was saying that she's been watching the channel a bit, which I'm so grateful for. Thank you, Jen, and everybody else. One of the things that came up was we're in this stage of parenting where we're parenting our teens, and it can be hard. Sharing life with our teenagers is a tough one. We have spent the last however many umpteen years sort of training them to be responsible, respectful, respectable humans. And so now they want to exercise their independence. They want to perform what they've been trained to do. And that's hard for us to then step back and let it happen. No longer do they hang on our every word. No longer are they really interested in our opinion. A lot of times they don't really care if we're in the room, at least in our house. So it can be painful even at times, and frustrating for sure. Now they want their friends to be in the room. Their friends and their own interests are their main focus at this point in their life, and it really should be. They want to be with people who share their vibe and their lingo, and we don't speak that language. And that's okay, as hard as it is. What becomes really challenging is the fact that now our children want to challenge our authority, and that can be really hard when they're living in our house. The question that all of us, I think, we don't have the answer. Question that many of us ask is, how do I handle that behavior then? Those challenging words, the attitude, all that stuff that comes with being a teenager. They know everything, we know nothing. They're entitled to everything. They don't understand why we don't agree. All those types of things can be really hard. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have the answers for you. The one thing that I try to keep in mind, and it's come about more since I've had teenagers, is the idea that we can't control the way they may act, but we can control the way we react to their behavior. There have been times I thought to myself, why get all worked up and angry and upset? Just keep calm. Not easy to do. Definitely more, easier said than done. But sometimes not reacting is the best reaction, because they're looking for a reaction. Sometimes comments can get extreme. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to try that. And I've found that if I kind of stay even, oh, really? Oh, that'll be interesting. Let me know how it goes. The kid just told me he's thinking about, chopping off his arm, I'm kidding, but to kind of, wow, okay, cool. Let me know how it goes. And I think they're kind of like, what? I was expecting her to fly off the handle. Sometimes calmly making a statement in the height of an argument, or let's say a difference of opinion. Oh, okay. So you're choosing this action, or you're choosing those words. this is the consequence that's going to come from that action or those words. Big one when they're teenagers is, yeah, you can drive, but you're driving the car that we own. So we can take the keys back if you're not willing to be respectful. It's tough. It is so tough. And at the risk of making this video too long, I'm going to read you something because I do think it's really important. And if you'll stick with me, which is the theme of this, I think it's so helpful. I'm going to put my reader cheaters on. It's a letter to Mom and Dad from a teen. Dear Mom and Dad, please stick with me. I can't think clearly right now because my brain is not yet fully developed. There's a chunk still missing, something having to do with the rational thought. You see, it won't be fully developed until about 25. And from where I sit, age 25 seems like a long way off. It doesn't matter that I'm smart. Judgment and intelligence are two completely distinct things. And the same thing that makes my brain wonderfully creative also makes me impulsive. Not necessarily reckless or negligent, but more impulsive than I will be later in my life. So when you look at me like I have 10 heads after I've done something stupid or failed to do something smart, you're really not helping. Adults respond to situations with your prefrontal cortex, rationally. I am more inclined to respond with my amygdala, emotionally. When you ask, what were you thinking? The answer is, I wasn't, at least not in the way you are. You can blame me or you can blame Mother Nature, but either way, it is what it is. At this point in my life, I get that you love me, but my friends are my everything right now. Please understand that. Right now, I choose my friends. But don't be fooled. I am watching you carefully. Please stick with me. Here's what you can do for me. Model adulting. I see all your behaviors that you're modeling, and I hear all of the words you say. I may not listen, but I do hear you. I seem impervious to your advice, like I'm wearing a Kevlar vest, but your actions and words are penetrating. I promise. If you keep showing me the way, I will follow, even if I detour many, many times before we reach our destination. Let me figure out for myself. If you allow me to experience the consequences of my own actions, I will learn from them. Please give me a little bit of a leash and let me know that I can figure it out for myself. The more I do, the more confidence and resilience I will develop. Tell me about you. I want you to tell me the stories about the crazy things you did as a teen and what you learned from them. Then give me the space to do the same. Help me with perspective. Keep reminding me of the big picture. I will roll my eyes at you and make all kinds of grunt-like sounds. I will let you know in no uncertain terms that you can't possibly understand any of what I'm going through. But I am listening. I really am. It's hard for me to see anything beyond the weeds that I am currently mirrored in. Help me scan out and focus on the long view. Remind me that this moment will pass. Keep me safe. Please remind me that drugs and driving don't mix. Keep telling me that you will bail me out of any dangerous situation. No anger, no lectures, no questions asked. But also let me know over and over and over that you are there to listen when I need you. Be kind. I will learn kindness from you, and if you are relentless in your kindness to me, someday I will imitate that behavior. Please don't mock me. Please don't be cruel. Humor me. I think I know everything. You probably did at my age, too. Can you let it go? Show interest in the things I enjoy. Some days I choose to share my interests with you, and it will make me feel good if you validate those interests by at least acting interested. One day, when the haze of adolescence lifts, you will find a confident, strong, competent, kind adult where a surly teenager once stood. In the meantime, buckle in for the ride. Please stick with me. Love your teenager. I have seen this several times printed in different places, and it's always been so helpful for me to reread it and to remember where my kids are coming from at this age, because it is such a transitional time for them. They are literally walking the bridge from childhood to adulthood in these years. And today, I say our poor teenagers have so much more to navigate than we ever did. I almost feel sorry for them with all the social media and all the things that the world hands them now that they have to deal with that we didn't. So I think our patience and our ability to stick with them and maybe find a balance in how we can respond to their words, their actions, their obnoxious pig-headed ways. The way we respond can really be helpful for them and for us, because nobody wants to be frustrated and angry all the time, and life with a teenager can have days where you feel like that's the case, just angry and frustrated. So this was a long one today. I apologize for that, but I do think that the message was a healthy one for parents, and I hope that you agree. If you are a parent of a teen, I wish you serenity today and patience and judgment in deciding how to respond. And if you are a parent of a younger child, enjoy it. Everybody will say that. It goes so very fast. And it is hard to enjoy every minute, but enjoy the moments along the way. I wish that for you, and I wish you a beautiful day. See you soon.